proven it clearly that the stability of the region should be the main concern of this debate, and if proven that this is helped and enhanced by the military bases in those countries. Thank you.
4 minutes, 10 seconds. Now to close the case for the proposition and the debate as a whole, I call upon Sahi.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Speaker, I find it highly ironic that the reply speaker from the opposition has mentioned that we were leaving Asia open to be exploited by superpowers such as Russia, because I would have thought that it was the United States that has been exploiting Asia for a course over the decades, that has forced Asia to be militarily dependent upon the United States, that has forced Asia to becoming lightning rods of criticism of the hosting countries. So ladies and gentlemen, given that, there remain 3 major issues outstanding at the conclusion of today's debate. Firstly, the issue of necessity of these bases. Secondly, the issue about Asia's sovereignty. And thirdly and finally, the issue of these economic benefits and spin-off benefits that the opposition was concerned about. So firstly, onto the issue of necessity. Now, team opposition today told us that we need these bases basically because we need to have a faster reaction and deterrence. And we replied sufficiently to these 2 points. Firstly, concerning the faster reaction, we told you that we are living in the 21st century. The United States can react in an extremely fast pace. And the fact of the matter is, countries like Korea and Japan can be able to stall North Koreans from coming over because they have a military. We say that the United States have nuclear submarines roaming the Pacific, ready to respond. They never came back to us on this point. And we say that in the 21st century, we do have the capability to have a fast reaction in the case of crises. But onto the second issue about deterrence. Now, they tried to assert that the reason North Korea doesn't come to South Korea is specifically because of the bases, the presence of a few thousand troops in Kuntang. And we say, ladies and gentlemen, that this is an oversimplification of the case. We said that actually it is the presence itself which causes the regional tension, which requires deterrence on their side. We told you that because the basis is there and because it's so close from these supposed rogue nations, it causes escalation of arms. They never really responded to this point. So we on proposition told you that because of mutual defense treaties and economic independence, interdependence, and economic ties, there is no necessity to have the bases peppered across Asia. We told you that many countries have mutual defense treaties, which ensures that the United States will come in the case of crisis. We did not hear an adequate response. But moving on to the second issue of Asian sovereignty, and specifically Asian military sovereignty. Now, we saw that the team opposition largely underestimated Asia in this sense by saying that Japan doesn't even have an army. We say, ladies and gentlemen, countries like Japan, South Korea, and the countries in the Shanghai Cooperative do have the ability to stand up for themselves. And the fact of the matter is these countries have been pretty much muzzled in the past because they have the influence of the United States presence threatening in their own countries. We told you that when these bases move out, that is the only time when Asia will be able to stand up for themselves. We told you about the Shanghai Cooperative Organization, which is an increasing movement towards independence and sovereignty from the United States. They never responded to this issue, ladies and gentlemen. And we say that if Asia has a will and has the capability to stand up for themselves, the United States should let them do so. But moving on to the third and final issue of economic benefits and spin-offs. Now, we said that this actually went across and really didn't regard the major issue in today's debate, which was regional stability. And the fact of the matter is, they're trying to keep the bases in Asia because it will economically benefit these countries. And we told you repetitively that if you want the economic development of these countries, we should actually focus them on giving economic aid rather than putting military bases. The purpose of military bases in this country is not to make these countries rich, ladies and gentlemen, and thus this point does not stand at all. So we on the proposition side has consistently proven to you that military bases in Asia is unnecessary and counterproductive to the interests of Asia. So ladies and gentlemen, if you believe that Asia should not host obsolete, redundant bases in their country, if you believe that Asia should be able to stand up for themselves, we beg you to propose this motion. Thank you.